Boom, we're in here. Modern Masters draft deck tech from Gamers Paradise. Yo, let's do this. Yes, much love, Trav here. This video, if you want to not get mana screwed ever again, well, I can't stop that, but if you want less mana screwed, this is for you. We're going over some fundamentals of how to have a good mana base, how to have a good spell base. Also, the difference between tempo and card advantage, how to do both. Fundamentals. Right now I'm 18 and 2 to stay 90% in drafting this format, and I'm 10-1-1 in the Pro Tour drafting Aether Revolt Kaladesh over 90%. I'm good at draft, and if you want to be good at draft, shortcuts. You don't have to figure it all out for yourself. You know I like to force blue-white, splash black, because the commons are the deepest. I have no rares in this deck. It's still very good. Other videos, we cover that, how to force draft and evaluate colors and so on. This draft, we're going to focus on preventing mana screw and how to win through tempo card advantage. So first of all, mana screw, right? If you want to get mana screwed less, this is very much under your control. I see a lot of people do a lot of things wrong, play too many spells, play bad spell bases, play bad mana bases. Here's the thing. In general, it doesn't come up every game, but over 100 matches, it makes a huge difference. You want to have a good spell base, good mana base. And the key to it is reducing variance by narrowing down from the start what colors you're going to be playing as your main. In regular draft, you want to be on 2 colors only if possible. Only splash the third for 1 bomb rare off of some mana fixing. If you don't have the mana fixing, it's not worth it. So a common mana base is like 8-7-1 or something like that is good with 2 fixers, so that you're like 10-8-3 or something. So what I see a lot of people doing wrong with Modern Masters draft is they have a mana base that's like 6-6-6 or 7-7-7 with double colored cards and everything. It's going to bite you in the ass over a lot of matches. What you should be doing instead is focusing on 2 colors with a splash. It's not just about the spell lands, right? I prioritize land fixing high. I got 7 pieces here, and I have, I think, 12 blue, 9 white, and 5 or 6 black. 5 black. 5 black for 1, 2, 3, 4 black cards, which is maybe even too light, but these can be late game cards. So I have clearly base blue, white, splash black. I decided that early, and you should decide that early. You should be narrowing down. These are my 2 mains. This is my third. So decisions in the draft that went with that. I picked Mistraven over Desecration Demon when I was Esper. I think not a lot of people would do that, but Mistraven's not that much worse. Sometimes it's better. And I knew I was going to play 5-6 black sources from the start. I took like Seagate Oracle over the Green Spider, which is an uncommon, really good 6-drop, but I knew I didn't, even though I had a couple green fixers, I didn't want to push my luck, and I didn't have to. I didn't get mana screwed. I didn't have to. Not just because I picked a good mana base, but because I picked a good spell base. That's the thing. Narrow it down. Pick your mains, and if you're going to splash, make it late game cards. I'm not splashing. I also cut Abyssal Spectre for this reason. I'm not splashing early game cards. Maybe Sin Collector's a mistake for that reason. But if I top deck my black late, I can slam a Gargoyle, slam a Horror. That's how it's done. So that's how you reduce mana screw, is you prioritize in the draft your spell base. And then you also prioritize your land base, but if your spell base is good, you don't really need a good land base. Understood? Hope you find that helpful, and it reduces your really frustrating mana problems by a lot. Second, how to reduce mana flood. Wizards doesn't always do this. I hate draft formats that don't do this. Aether Revolt Kaladesh does not do this, but it hasn't really stopped me there. Maybe that's Lady Luck a little bit. The way you stop flood is you play cards that give you things to do with extra mana. So Grasp of Phantasms has flashback for 8. I don't mind hitting my 8th land. Azure Mage has something to do for 4. Mist Meadow Witch, something to do for 4. So I don't mind hitting 4, 8, 12 with this deck. Tandem Lookouts also let you draw cards. So that's how you prevent screw and flood. You have 2 keys, 2 key colors with the light splash with good mana, and you have plenty of things to do for 4 and 8 mana. Okay, so how to win more with tempo and card advantage. So this is an interesting thing. Some of you are like, why is compulsive research in the sideboard? That's a fair question. Very good card, but the thing is, card advantage is when you have extra cards. Tempo advantage is when you have extra board presence. You want to do both. Mistraven's a tempo advantage card, right? You get a body and they lose a creature for a turn. You don't go up on a physical card. Seagate Oracle is not great tempo, but it's both. You get an extra card and a body. Denrova Horror, the reason why it's the best common is because it's big tempo and big card advantage. You get a 4/4, they lose their best creature to their hand, they have to discard something. You go up a card and you go up on mana. Grasp similarly. You get to flash it back, so you get 2 cards, they skip 2 draws, and they're putting their most expensive creature on top of their deck. Tandem Lookout as well, puts a creature into play and is drawing you cards. So this is how you can get card advantage and tempo advantage. It's not possible in every set, but in general, a card like Gideon, not Gideon Lawkeeper, actual Gideon, is tempo and card advantage because you're getting extra knights, which is almost a card, and they're going straight into play, not to your hand. So Mardu in Standard, that is a deck that has great card advantage and tempo advantage in one card. And Wizards prints a lot of cards like that, which makes pure card draw worse. I will play Opportunity, 1 opportunity, because 4 cards is so many. But you can get away with not playing cards like this anymore in any format. Play stuff like Torrential Gearhulk, play Planeswalkers. It will serve you well. Okay, so now that's done. I hope you get mana screwed and flooded less and understand how to get ahead on board and get ahead on cards. Talk about the draft. I believe I first picked a Mistraven or a Grasp or something like that. I've just picked all commons, shipped all rares. I never passed a Mistraven, a Horror, or a Grasp. Those are my 1, 2, 3. On average, in 8, there'll be like 2-ish of each, I believe. So I don't know if that's true. Maybe I run above average. 5 to me feels like average when I never pass it for anything. No, I first picked Lawkeeper, actually. This card is so good. Picked that one high. Tabled the Gargoyles, I believe. I don't pick the Tri stuff because a lot of the time it comes back. Oh, that's not true. I might have picked it high. Got a late Lookout. Oracles came around. I mean, what's there to say, really? I just prioritized my pick order and picked Signets high. I passed Desecration Demon, which you know about, and I passed the Spider, but otherwise it was pretty straightforward. This is a good deck. That is something you can expect to do most of the time because there is all commons. I went 2-1 in this draft, picking up one of my only losses. I felt like my loss was a little bit quote-unquote unlucky because if I played 100 matches, I would probably win 60 or 70 of them. I happened to lose that one. In those games, my draws were average. We had long games. He never went beyond 5 lands ever. So he just drew spell. There was a game, I was about to win the match and he top decked a card to kill me. Still on 5 lands while I had 10 out. Whatever. There's still something I could have done to prevent losing, and that was pick a lone missionary. I do have Kraken Hatchlings, and that was my MVP because I played against 3 aggro matches. But if I had picked a lone missionary somewhere, I think that I would have been able to 3-0 this, and I would have been 19-1 because I was getting blitzed by a lot of funkies and spike jesters and stuff like that. So even if it's fine to identify luck, but variance giveth, variance taketh away, and there's usually something you could have done to control it. I sided in the Hatchlings often, usually for the Signet, which is my worst Signet, especially if games go long. Also, I don't need the extra land. I even sided out Opportunity because it's so fast, I have ways to get ahead on card advantage. The games themselves were like what you would expect. I mostly just, if I didn't have the blocker in the deck, or played some sort of a blocker and bounced, tried to hook up a Lookout and then started pulling ahead on cards, and either stabilized or didn't. Try to use the Grasp to keep them off Thunderous Wrath when the game is in order. Usually they have 1 or 2 chances to top deck you, and that happened tonight, but that's why Grasp is in the deck as well. Once the game gets close, you Grasp and flashback Grasp and try to win in those 2 turns with known information before they can top deck. And problem cards for the deck, it's whatever. A card. There's also a momentary blank. Could have been nice. I thought I wanted one. I didn't pick any, but after the draft, it's like the one card that would have made the most difference that I didn't have as a lone missionary, and I had several chances at it. I don't remember what I picked over it. I did play for funsies a second match or a fourth match game against another one of the control decks. I feel like my deck is pretty good in the control mirrors, even though it is low power level or low rarity, because it's very good at pulling ahead on the physical extra cards and getting through in the air. So deck did well tonight. 2-1's acceptable, you know. Variance giveth, variance taketh away. I would have liked to win that match, but there's probably, I could have, in the other 17 matches, I guess I'm not 18, I'm 17-2. In the other 15 matches, I can't do math. There's been 6 drafts, 18 matches. 6 times 3 would be 18, 16-2. I think something like that. You should get unlucky at some point, lose a match here or there. But I do like that Modern Masters lets me leverage my skill advantage a lot by having lots of choices and decisions where I can win. So thank you. I hope you found that useful and helpful, and you get mana screwed less, and you win way ahead on board with a full hand, because that's a fun feeling too. While the opponent's mana screwed on an empty hand, even. For those who want help with their drafts, then you should apply for the mastermind, and there's a link to that below. Take a look at what you're doing and see what we can do to make it better. And for everybody else, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you to Gamers Paradise once again. Gamers Paradise, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks to Lance Austin for telling me about this place. He said it was the place to draft, so maybe come back again tomorrow. And everybody have a nice night. Much love, and see you in the comments.